Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sleazeball here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my stardom, situm wide receivers for week 4. I'm going to leave you 2 black boxes there, one on top of each other. The top one is going to be the away team. The bottom one is going to be the home team. And then I'll do a green bar for stardom, yellow bar for on the fence, and then a red bar for a situm. And I'm going to give you a crazy superstar situm. That's what I like to do weekly. Instead of just, looking at the superstar and be like, must play. I like to take the little weird route to it. If you guys like the content, as always, like and subscribe down below. Help your boy out a ton. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, drop them in there and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. I also will show on my tweets, my Twitter down below, snap share, routes ran, all the stats like that, because it's like too much to get into the video at once. But let's start balling. Let's get into it here. We're going to start off with the 49ers with the Cardinals coming to town. So this is going to be one of my first big name situms right here. So Marquise Brown off 2 back-to-back games with a touchdown, 13 plus fantasy points. Now, you know that Shanahan and Lynch are going to be in the drawing board room watching the video. They are going to lock Marquise Brown down this game. I'm guaranteeing a situm for him. That is why I have Michael Wilson in yellow. The rookie is up and coming. I feel like he will get more volume. I feel like the Marquise Brown and Rondo more in this game. It is a dart shot, hard flex play, but I like Michael Wilson a little more yellow than I like the top 2 right now. Deebo Samuel is absolutely balling. He is a must go every time green right now. Big game last week, got hurt, got the touchdown at the end while he was hurt. So, I mean, the guy's an animal. I don't know what he's doing going for 10 yards yak with 5 guys on him. But I have Brandon Ayuk in yellow because he's coming off injury, got hurt in week 2, sat out week 3. I don't know how much we're going to use him in this game, really. If he was full 100% and this was a big matchup, I would say full green every time with Ayuk. But I'm going to temper my expectations a little bit and leave him yellow for now. Sticking with the NFC West, Monday Night Football in New York. I'm going to go with that bold call for the Giants, but we're going to start off with the Seahawks. DK Metcalf, absolutely balling. Must start every week right now, it looks like, with the way he's playing. Tyler Lockett kind of had a down week, but I'm feeling a Lockett as a green must go. The Giants' pass D is terrible. I mean, and the Giants' offense will keep him off the field so much that I guess that's one of the problems too, is how much, pass volume is DK and Lockett really going to get. It could be the K9 show the whole way. It's a tough call, but I am going to go green on Lockett. And Jay Season, man, the rookie with all the hype, 7 fantasy points through 3 games. He has been a no-show at all. Jordan Addison definitely won that battle in week 1. I mean, he put up more points in week 1 than Jay Season has in 3. I'm going to go red on Jay Season. Now for the Giants, the bold call coming off a 0 right here. I don't really like any of these Giant receivers, like especially with Danny Dimes throwing right now. But I'm going to go out on this is going to be like my bold tweet call here, that Isaiah Hodgins goes for 10 plus points. The Seattle defense is leaky. I know Jamal Adams is back, but this could be like a game where they get behind by a lot and the pass volume becomes more. And their only big target really on their team is Hodgins. I know Hyatt's the deep guy and Slayton's the deep guy, but they're not really possession receivers here. So I like Isaiah Hodgins to have actually a big game here against Seattle. I mean, it's a flex start for me. If you have injuries, he's probably on most wires too. This is a very bold call, but I like Isaiah Hodgins in green this week. The 2-1 Colts are going up against the Rams at home this week. So Puka Nacua has slowed down a little bit, and now you got Cooper Kupp coming back next week, or supposedly coming back next week. That's why I have him in yellow. He's honestly one of the buy now candidates you should be looking at, or buy low if you can, of Cooper Kupp right now. Tutu Atwell has been out of his mind. He literally got a touchdown called back last week. Could have had another 20-point game. Absolutely balling, but he's like a 1-week buy, 1-week start. Also, I think all these numbers drop with, Cooper Kupp return. McVay has been coaching an absolute great season. I'm not going to lie. Van Jefferson, man, he was supposed to be the number 1. I mean, he's nowhere to be found. I don't like him in even DFS or nothing. Headed down to the Colts, Michael Pittman Jr. is the guy. And now Anthony Richardson should be back, should pass concussion protocol. I know there's no update yet, but I'm 90% sure that he's going to pass concussion protocol. Michael Pittman is one of 3 receivers with 8+ catches in every game, 10+ targets, and he is the only #1 wide receiver with 99% snap share. He does not come off the field. It is an absolute steal in the draft if you got him. He will be a must start for me weekly, probably no matter the matchup. One of the games I'm looking forward to this week is going to be the Bengals rule the jungle against the Titans. This has Jamar Chase and T. Higgins written all over it for 15+ a pop. One of them will go for 20, like big game. The Titans are a run-stop first team, but the Titans' offense is so bad that their defense is on the field more. I feel like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins eat. Burrow survived the calf strain, Monday night, so he should be getting healthier. It looks better. He missed a lot of throws too. Should be getting that right over time. And Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are just going to go off in this game. I mean, Tyler Boyd could even be a yellow because the Titans D so bad, but I feel like after the T. Higgins drops, it's going to feed the superstars this game from last week. The Titans, man. I mean, this is where, like my buddies say this all the time, this is where careers go to die, man. DeAndre Hopkins should be making calls to get out. I can't start any of these wide receivers. I can't even start the tight end. I can't even start the running backs. This offense is so bad to watch. They need to make something happen to change around here. It's just all red all the way with the Titans. Soldier Field matchup with the Broncos and the Bears. This one is going to be interesting. These are 2 very, very bad teams, right? But when you get a very bad team matchup, you get a chance for a lot of volume. So even, like, I know the Broncos give up 70 and the Bears gave up 40 and they're to the Chiefs, and both defenses are shot. I like both star receivers in this game, Jerry Jeudy and DJ Moore, to have at least 10+ points. I mean, they should find the end zone, find a deep bomb either way. I'm fine with Courtland Sutton being a flex play. Marvin Mims is a really deep flex play, but he just finds the end zone, man. This guy needs to be on the field more. If Marvin Mims is on your wire, he should not be on your wire. You should be grabbing Marvin Mims right now. Darnell Mooney also. I mean, the Broncos, so Patrick Surtain is supposed to be this, lockdown corner guy. That hasn't been happening. But, say Patrick Surtain draws DJ Moore, that's going to open up for Darnell Mooney. And I think Mooney is like a deep league flex play. I like him in DFS a lot. He's really cheap. Chase Claypool is just, I think he's done, man. It looks really bad for Chase. I hate to say it, but I always like Chase out of Notre Dame, but it's not looking good. JETS, sell. I've been saying this for 2 weeks now. If you haven't listened, when are you going to start listening to this? This offense is so terrible with Zach Wilson. If you have Breece Hall, if you have Garrett Wilson, I've been saying it literally since week 1. Sell them all. Package them together with someone. Find a Jets fan in your league. Do something. Get rid of all of them. Unless they get, make a trade or for a quarterback here, or go get Andy Dalton, or go get, get Cam Newton or something. It's terrible. Now, heading to the Chiefs side, I feel like the Jets defense is really elite. So I have to look at it like this. They stopped the run 100%. They're very good at stopping the run, and they're going to key in on Kels. So I have Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore as flex plays, but the question is which one is going to hit, right? I still think this Kadarius Toney game is coming where he explodes and has, 20 points, but, Sauce is out there too, but he doesn't always line up at the X every time, so he'll be in the slot, he'll be moving around. I feel like one of these 2 goes off. It's just too hard to tell which one, but I could see them both as nice flex plays this week. The old Commanders are about to get run out the building here. They play the Eagles, and this is you have to put AJ Brown and Devonta in green every time, but I do feel like the game script could be bad against AJ Brown and Devonta Smith this week, which could hurt them a ton. This could be a DeAndre Swift another 180-yard rush game. But they're always going to be green to me with the Eagles. You have to leave them like that. Over to the Commander side now, Terry McLaurin. I feel like this is going to be his game where he has a big one. The Eagles defense is beat up. There's 7 starters injured. The secondary is smoked. I know they still have Darius Slay, but they'll move McLaurin around. And Jahan Dotson has been a ghost of himself. This guy had a lot of preseason hype and has done absolutely nothing through 3 weeks. I don't know if I've hit that give up button on him yet. but I'm definitely not trading for him. That's for sure. So Jahan Dotson's going to be red. Now Curtis Samuel here. So the slot and the tight end. So Logan Thomas as well. When I get to my next video, the slot and the tight end is where the Eagles struggle because their three linebackers are destroyed. So I feel like Curtis Samuel, this would be a game where they're behind. He will see enough volume to be like a deep DFS flex player. Like if you're in a deep 16-man league flex play, he's been actually seeing average points like 8, 4, 8. That's, not bad, but it's not great. But it is a base floor kind of play with Curtis Samuel. Florida, we go. This game, I'm actually interested to watch. So you're going to have Jameis Winston with Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, and Rashid Shaheed. Derek Carr is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks with the AC sprain or however long it is. And Jameis Winston is a gunslinger, man. And Tampa's strength is the run, not the pass on defense. So this could be either a smash Olave or a smash Michael Thomas game. And Rashid Shaheed is even a nice flex play in this game. It just depends on what kind of Jameis you're going to get in this game. You never know if you're going to get, 5 picks in the first half, or you're going to get, perfect QBR and 170 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half. I'm interested to see how it goes. I do like, I'm fine starting all 3 of them. Even Rashid Shaheed at flex, I feel like he could pop a big one for sure because of the leaky defense of the Buccaneers in the secondary. On the Bucs side, Mr. Mike Evans has just proved everybody wrong. Every single person that said he's getting old in 10th year, he's a superstar, man. He's a must-start Hall of Fame wide receiver every week. I can't deny that. Now, so Chris Godwin, this guy has not showed up yet, but this is going to be the game where he does. The Saints struggle versus slot. They cover the tight end very well, but they've been struggling versus slot on the season. I think they're second worst right now against the slot. This is where Chris Godwin lives. I hope to God that Baker Mayfield can find him in this game, man. It's been really weird for Chris Godwin. He's such a better talent than what's happened so far after 3 weeks. Don't give up yet. Don't hit the panic button. Don't sell. I still feel like Chris Godwin is going to be a good receiver through the rest of the season. The bloodbath division rival game between the Ravens and the Browns. So Zay Flowers, man, this guy is already looking like Rookie of the Year. 11 target average per game right now is insane volume. He just has yet to break one. He has 11 points, 10 points, and 9 points. Literally a 10-point average for a rookie through 3 games is phenomenal. And OBJ, we don't know if he hasn't practiced yet. Rashad Bateman hasn't practiced yet. But, man, when OBJ was healthy in the game, he was getting looked at like a lot. I think it was week 2. I think he had like 5 receptions and 46 yards before he went out. And that was like second quarter. So if OBJ plays, I think that he may have flex value. The Browns defense is really good. The Ravens offense has not looked up to par like it should yet. I don't know if it's that the running back situation they have going on or what it is, but Lamar Jackson doesn't look good yet. I'm hoping they right the ship, and we'll see. Heading over to the Cleveland side, Amari Cooper is my guy. Every week he's going to be green. I love the way his route running, his physical ability on the line. This guy goes hard with corners. One of my favorite wide receivers to watch. So there was 9 targets and 8 targets between Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore. That was also interesting. So Elijah Moore is starting to show up here, guys. Slow start, but Elijah Moore could be a flex play. The Ravens secondary is riddled with injuries. I mean, the only thing is it's tough with this game because usually the Raven Brown games are like 2017 or 17-14. They're really grunge match, hit them hard, rock 'em sock 'em robot game right here. So I'm gonna put Elijah in yellow and DPJ. I mean red. I don't know what's going on with CJ Stroud and the Texans have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town. So, George Pickens, back-to-back monster games. He is going to be a must-start. I have Deontay Johnson in red because his IR time is coming up in week 5, something you should pay attention to if he's even on your wire or buy low, because Deontay Johnson is a target monster, which will hurt Pickens when he comes back. But Pickens, man, is must-start for me right now. Electrifying, go get him wide receiver. Kenny Pickett starting to target him more. Pickett to Pickens is funny to hear. And Allen Robinson, I put in yellow. I feel like Pickens should draw the doubles. I mean, he's starting to get enough, volume now where he should draw the double, and maybe Allen Robinson could break one, deep dart throw on that one. But Deontay Johnson, something to pay attention to. George Pickens must start. Texan side, man, CJ Stroud is the guy. This guy is throwing for 303 yards a game. It's unbelievable that Tank Dell has back-to-back 20 games. Nico Collins had 20-point games to start out, or 22 and 16. He can sling it, man. This offense is starting to click. Tank Dell and Nico Collins are both going to be green for me, even against a stingy Pittsburgh defense. Just the passing volume they get from playing from behind, and I don't think they're going to run much against the Texans. I mean, Dameon Pierce did come back to life last week, but I mean, it's must start for both right now. Robert Woods is a deep league flexible starter. Target share of 48% through the 2 weeks and then 38% in week 3. He's still getting mad looks, and he is the veteran. And he is going to be, CJ Stroud's security blanket, because obviously it's not Dalton Schultz. I mean, they paid that guy $9 million for nothing. So Robert Woods, I like him in DFS a lot. I like him as a deep league flex play. Or if you have a lot of injuries, Robert Woods will get you 6-7 points. I mean, that's what he's doing weekly. So, I mean, better than, some players I can name. So, Robert Woods is a flexible. The Oakland Raiders are heading to Charger Town. Devontae Adams wants out of Oakland, man, or wants out of Vegas, man. And I said the Oakland Raiders, Vegas Raiders. I'm so used to saying that. Devontae Adams is so good, and he just said, I'm not willing to wait around. I feel like he's just going to showcase a monster game here, like 25 plus Devontae Adams. The Chargers defense is getting obliterated by everybody that plays them. So, I mean, it doesn't matter who you have. They pretty much should all be green. That's why I have Jacoby Myers also green. I feel like he can see a 10-plus game here. And Hunter Renfrow is just a ghost. I don't know. He was tweeting out all year that he's going to have this bounce-back year. Hunter Renfrow has not had a bounce-back year at all. It has been very rough for him. He's also a red for me. Keenan, 18 reception, 20 target. Allen is a top 5 wide receiver the rest of the season. It is unbelievable how open this guy gets at his age. His route running ability is insane. 46 points last week. And now you have Mike Williams out for the season. So if you have Mike Williams, make sure he's not in your roster or on your lineup. He's out for the year. Now, the interesting thing here is you have Joshua Palmer and you have Quentin Johnson. And the coaching staff said they wanted to bring Quentin Johnson along slower and get his route running better and get him off the line so you can read the calls that are happening and stuff. Now they got to throw that out the window. They got to plug and play this guy. But they know what they have with Josh Palmer. So I don't look at it like Josh Palmer is going to take Mike Williams' spot. I look at that as Quentin Johnson's going to be the guy to take Mike Williams' spot. He's going to be the deep guy. He's going to be the jump ball go-getter. He's the young stud. I like the value of Quentin Johnson over Joshua Palmer right now if you had a waiver wire or whatever it was. But it's one of those, how much consistency are they going to have kind of deals, like one could hit one game and then one could hit nothing and then one could hit the next game. But Keenan Allen is always going to be the guy that hits. I mean, he's absolute superstar. But yeah, I'll go both yellow. I mean, this is a smash game. I mean, Justin Herbert averages 320 yards every time he plays the Raider on his career. His TD to int ratio is 14-1. I mean, he just smashes this team. So these guys could all be green. I just don't know which one's going to hit, but they're all great plays this week, in my opinion. The shootout game. The Cheetah and the Waddle is back. Or it looks like he's back so far to updates. This is the most ridiculous offense I've probably ever seen. I mean, Tyreek Hill is probably the best player in fantasy football that's not a quarterback. Jalen Waddle is probably the best wide receiver too. They have the fastest team I've ever seen. And Tua looks like an MVP. These guys are always go-to starts. Every single Dolphin except for like Durham Smythe. The only guy I'm not starting, So all green, always with the Dolphins until anything changes. Bill's side. Stephon Diggs, they're going to have to keep up with the Dolphins. I like Gabe Davis as a start here. I like Stephon Diggs as a start here. Deontay Hardy and Khalil Shakir, no. But Gabe Davis has strung together 2 good games in a row, which is unknown for his career. He's usually Mr. 30, Mr. 0, Mr. 30, Mr. 0, Mr. 20, Mr. 0. 2 good games in a row. Maybe he's finding a little consistency. And it looks like Dalton Kincaid is going to be nothing. So, I mean, all the hype that he was going to line up all over the place, they're not even using him at all. It's kind of weird to me. I thought Kincaid would have a bigger role. But give me Gabe Davis. Give me everyone in this game. I think it's going to be a super high-scoring game. Because, well, I mean, it has to be if you want to keep up with the Dolphins. So, I don't think the Bills' defense is going to stop them. I don't think anybody can stop them. So, I like all the superstars in this game 100%. The 6:30 a.m. Jags Falcons game. I don't know how many people are really going to get up to watch this, except like us diehard people. I mean, both these teams look really bad right now, even though the Falcons are 2-1. I mean, I'm gonna go. The Falcons' run D's been very good, so I'm gonna go Calvin Ridley. Always Calvin Ridley Green. I'm such a fan of Calvin Ridley this year. He just had two bad games, not bad games. I mean, he's literally missing 3 extra touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence missed him wide open last week across the middle. Bad throw. Wide open. Game 2, he had 2 touchdowns that were an inch away from the line. So he literally could have 4 touchdowns right now, and everyone would stop this Calvin Ridley. One of my favorite buy low guys, but his name is so big it's tough. But Calvin Ridley should be on your buy low target. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones. I don't know. I haven't seen the update on Zay Jones if he's back yet. Christian Kirk with back-to-back touchdowns. But if Zay Jones comes back, that's what I'm saying. That's why I put them both in yellow. I don't. Christian Kirk's snap share was really bad when Zay Jones was healthy. He only plays in the 3 wide sets. So last week he got, a lot more usage because Zay Jones was out. But I think it's going to be the Calvin Ridley show this week. Falcons side, they got to start feeding Drake London and Kyle Pitts. I know Kyle Pitts saw 9 targets last week, but Drake London is better than this. And I'm calling a 10-point game for Drake London. Start him this week. Because London, it's time. London, in London, let's go. Here we go. Here is the bold sleazeball crazy call of the week on Situm. Are you ready for this? Kendrick Bourne is a yellow. Juju Smith is a red. Devontae Parker, I'm going to say, is a stardom. But I've got to get to CeeDee Lamb here. CeeDee Lamb is my bold call as a sit-em this week. I will say under 10 points. Okay. His projection is going to be 15 or 16. But look, here's why. So you already saw the update if you pay attention to anything, fantasy news update, that Christian Gonzalez is going to shadow him all over the field. And he is an absolute superstar, man. Go look at Christian Gonzalez's first 3 games of the wide receiver 1. He has shut down all of them. Okay. And Belichick is known to take away the 1. So Tyreek Hill, right? 3 weeks. Week 1, 30 points. Week 3, 30 points. Week 2 versus the Pats, 12 points. Took away Tyreek Hill as much as they could. He still found the end zone. But Tyreek Hill is a different beast than CeeDee Lamb, let's be honest. CeeDee Lamb is going to be a sit-em for me this week. That is why I have Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup in yellow as possible flex plays, however you look at it, because I feel like they are going to focus all their attention on CeeDee Lamb, and they're good at stopping the run. So Tony Pollard's, maybe have a rougher time, but Tony Pollard's always a must start, like that. So to the Patriots side now, you have Travion Diggs out for the season. That really helps Devontae Parker. This guy sees a massive amount of snaps, 100% snaps in week 2 off injury, and 92% snaps in week 3. And it was a game where they ran the ball the whole time versus the Jets with Ramondre and Zeke. They will not have that opportunity versus the Cowboys here. So I like Devontae to see more volume. That's why I have Kendrick Bourne in yellow too. He could see 8-9 targets, maybe a nice flex play this week because the Cowboys' pass D is not their strength right now. Thursday night football, Detroit at the Packers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, always a must start. He's due for one of these 30-point games coming. I know it. I don't understand why it hasn't happened yet. I had him as like top 5 on the season. He still got that opportunity, just needs that one breakout game. I know he draws Jair Alexander here, but he's still Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, I'm never going to sit Amon-Ra no matter who's guarding him. I have Jameson Williams on the board in red just so you can pay attention to it. And Josh Reynolds, I'm going to put in yellow because he's been feasting off Amon-Ra getting doubled the whole season. And he's looked really good doing it. So Josh Reynolds could be a nice flex play if you have injuries. But it's early in the week, so it's kind of tough to play like a dart throw like this early in the week. But he could be a nice flex play. Packers side, Christian Watson said he was back. And then all of a sudden there was a medically updated thing. So when I made this, he was green, good to go. I mean, if he's out there, for me, he's always a must start. I'm such a Christian Watson fan. It's ridiculous. But I also put Romeo Doubs here in green too, because if Christian Watson sits, then Romeo Doubs, would be an ultimate. He's been balling. He's big. He's been winning one-on-ones, 3 touchdowns on the season already. And Jordan Love looks better. I mean, Jordan Love, I did not think would look this good. I would start Jordan Love over Fields, man. So I like all the Packers receivers except for Jaden Reed if Christian Watson plays. But if, Christian Watson is out according to the random update today, then I would put Jaden Reed in yellow because I feel like they're going to be playing in a higher scoring game here with the Lions than like the Saints game last week that was like 18-17, right? I feel like this game is going to be like 28-31, 28-24 around that area. And there'll be a lot of points flying around. The Vikings and the Panthers. So Justin Jefferson is out of his goddamn mind right now, man. 149, 159, 151. Like, this guy's going to, at that pace, he's going to go for like 2,700 yards. It's unbelievable. But the problem is they're not winning a goddamn game. So I don't even know how long, what if they're 0-6 here? They should beat the Panthers. They'll be 1-3, I hope. But say they're like 3-9. Is Kirk Cousins going to be that QB? I mean, I don't know. He's old, man. But something interesting to note here. So Jordan Addison's balling out. I'm going to put him in green every game with the pass rate that the Vikings just sling it every game. KJ Osborne is number 7 in snap share in the NFL. And he just got a touchdown last week. He is out there so much in a pass offense that is so prolific towards the pass that I'm going to put KJ Osborne as a flex play also. I mean, not like a strong one. I wish I had like a light green or something, like a lighter green, but he's out there so much that you got to like the volume, and volume is king in fantasy football. And that's what KJ Osborne gives you. When I saw that stat, I was blown away. So I'm going to like him as a flex play also, if you need a dart throw. Now, the Panthers side, it looks like Bryce Young is back, and that hurts everybody. So Andy Dalton lit it up last week, and if Andy Dalton was the quarterback in this game, I would put DJ Chark and Adam Thielen in green. But now that Bryce Young is back at quarterback, it's, he's in that rookie development stage. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying he's not ready to open up the offense just like Andy Dalton did. 364 yards for the Red Rocket, man. I was like, what? Or the Red Rifle. I was like, what is going on here? So depending on the updates, this is something you should pay attention to. I know that Frank Reich just said that Bryce Young is practicing, but he was doubtful like the first day. So the updates this year have been a little sketchy, but if Andy Dalton is in there, get Adam Thielen and DJ Chark. Adam Thielen is a wide receiver 2 if Andy Dalton's out there versus the Vikings defense. Their defense is terrible versus the pass. And DJ Chark is an instant flex play if he's out there. I could even say that they're both flex plays with Bryce Young, but he just hasn't opened up the playbook in the offense enough for me to say that for him. That is it for my wide receiver sit-ems for week 4. My next video will be the tight end stardom sit-em, which, God, tight ends are going to be unbelievably brutal. Remember, the bold call is to sit CD Lamb. Check back with me on Twitter, whatever it is after that, because I want to see the reactions if he's actually back, if he actually gets locked up this week. That is one of my crazier calls I've done. If you guys like the content, as always, like and subscribe down below. Help your boy out. It helps me a ton. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a good one.